everyone, well, we're here, we're back, and today we are going to be talking about MLMs, more specifically, Beachbody. So if you don't know what an MLM is, it stands for multi-level marketing, and if you have not heard of Beachbody, they are essentially a health and fitness company. Their claim to fame is Shakeology, which is a meal replacement, and they have Beachbody on Demand, which is just like an archive of workout videos. They own and they did P90X back in the day when that was really big, and now they are Beachbody. So they essentially sell workout videos and shakes. But if it was just that, we wouldn't be talking about them. Their main thing that they do is they recruit people. That is what MLMs do. They recruit people to be coaches. That is what they call them. They call themselves health coaches when all you have to do to become a coach is just sign up. And I believe the sign up fee is $160. You get Beachbody on Demand, and you get only 30 days worth of Shakeology, which Shakeology itself, which you would have to purchase every month to, show that you're using it, because it's supposed to be part of the health journey that you're on, is to drink a Shakeology every day. Shakeology is $130 a month, which is a lot of money in my opinion for some shakes. So what we are going to be reacting to today is a Zoom call of a coach, and she is basically putting information out there of what she has done to be successful, because she's relatively successful in the company. And there's a bunch of girls on the call, but I'm just going to zoom in on the one who's talking, and she's going to give us her tips and tricks on how to be successful in Beachbody. So let's get started.
So I have 5 tangible things that you can do in order to help more people when it comes to your business. And number 1 is, drum roll please. Number 1 is the tracker. Number 1 is this dang, you guys, I have it right here, the dang Success Club system tracker. Nothing fancy. It's in your Coach Online office. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're probably like, all right, well, I know that there's a tracker and I use the tracker and whatever. If you're not hitting Success Club and you're not a diamond coach, I fully believe that you should be doing nothing but the tracker. There is no reason that you should be trying to do anything else except what's on the tracker, because I personally still follow the tracker, to a T. I'll give you guys a little hack. I actually went and printed out 53 trackers at home, and then I took the stack to Staples and I had them bind it in a spiral, so I made it a notebook, so that at the end of the year I can look back and I can see why or why not I want to be. So at the end of the year I can look back, or the end of the quarter or whatever it might be, and I can look back and say, you know what, we slayed this year. This year was awesome. We had a good year. And I can be like, it's because, all these check marks on these trackers. This is why. This is my book of proof. And if we get to the end of the year and it sucked, then I can look at the tracker and I can be like, yeah, well, I only sent invites 2 days out of the week. No surprise there. Or I only posted every other day or a couple times a week. No surprise there. If you're not tracking, you don't have a business. If you're not tracking, you have to be tracking, you guys. And I was someone that thought
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to show you guys this tracker that she is mentioning. So this is basically a blueprint version of what they are supposed to be doing every single day, and if they do all of this stuff, then they will be successful. That's pretty much what I got from her. It's if you are following this every single day perfectly, you'll be successful, you'll make it. So it is where you have to work out and drink your Shakeology every single day of the week, which, if you're on a health and fitness journey, that makes sense. So that one's okay. So the next is connect, invite, follow up. This is where you get the go on Instagram and send the hey girls, hey hun, I hope you're doing well. Come on a fitness journey with me. So it says, initiate connections and add followers. So what I've seen people do for this is either follow friends of friends, go on Instagram and go on a random person's Instagram who is like a health guru or a beauty guru, follow all of them. So you do that for 20 minutes. And then do a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. 10 minutes. But then it says update your IG story throughout all day. So I guess spend 10 minutes posting, like doing a social media post? Like how lengthy does that have to be? And you have to post a post every single day. And then update your IG story throughout the day at about 2 minutes per post. And they give you 6. You have to post about your daily life. You have to post your workouts. You have to post about the products you use. Specifically, I assume Shakeology. But what I find interesting is that it says no brand name shown. I mean, if what you're doing, this seems really sketchy, if what you're doing, and I may be reading into it too much, but if you are supposed to be selling the product, which is Beachbody, or I'm sorry, Shakeology, or, you know, what workout you're doing, but you can't show what you're using, like you can't show that it's Shakeology, little weird. Healthy meal or meal prep, you have to show what you're eating. And invitation / promote group / poll or a call to action, which I've looked up what a call to action means, and it basically is something that forces somebody to engage. So you post something and it like entices people to engage with you. And that way you're basically like throwing some bait out there to catch some fish is what I get from that. And lastly is recognition / shout out. So I assume like maybe somebody in your downline, someone in your upline who's like doing great and you're like reaching out to them, like look at this. Like to me it also seems fake. I mean, not really if you're like proud of someone in your who's below you who's doing really well, or if someone above you is doing really well, but it's also like, look at how good this product is. Don't you want to be on this journey too? So we got that. So you basically have to post 6 minutes a day on your IG story, 2 minutes per post. So that's about like 12 minutes, maybe more. But to be posting 6 times a day, plus on your regular like Instagram, you have to like do a post. I don't know. That just seems a lot to me. I'm not a big social media poster. So to me, that just seems overwhelming that I'm constantly like, oh, did I post my meal? Who am I going to recognize today? Like, you know, it just seems like a lot. Next is respond to all new likes, comments, or views. So basically anyone that's liked your post, looked at your Instagram story, you are going to send them the, hey girl, I see you saw my story, want to join me? Because apparently no one can just look at it and just like want to look at it or like what you posted. Because a lot of people just go and just like things without even like thinking about it. And apparently you're supposed to spend 25 minutes on that, which seems like a lot to me. Invite at least 5 people to join a challenge group or learn about the coaching opportunity. It says at least 5. So every day you are to be reaching out to 5 people. 5 times 7 is 35. So 35 people a week. Follow up with people you've invited. Every day. Follow up with 35 people, and each day is more and more. So I can just see that as like your inbox is just 35 people a week, but you have to follow up with all those people. Plus you have to be, you know, doing more people because it's at least 5. I'm using 35 as a small thing. I get overwhelmed when I get one message sometimes. I couldn't imagine needing to keep track of all the people that I invited, following up with them, you know, and a lot of times they tell you to do, and it depends on how you go about it, but they do it in the way of like, follow up with them, like see what they like, and be like, hey, you know what, well, I saw you liked my post, you know, do you want to do a health and fitness journey with me? But also like, personally connect with them. Do they have a dog? Do they have a baby? You know, tell them their family's beautiful. Like, give that personal touch, but it's also fake. It's fake because you don't care. You're just like, okay, maybe if I like am really nice, they'll want to sign up under me because I need to hit Success Club, like she was saying. Otherwise, I suck. Contribute to your challenge group. Recognize achievement. I don't quite know what that means. And then engage in personal/professional development, 15 minutes. So yeah, the next one was 30 minutes, 15 minutes. The one up here was basically 2 hours. So that is 3 hours a day that you are working on this tracker. And that is a minimum, is my guess. Because if you are doing all that stuff, plus you should maybe doing more. Plus, let's say the 35 people that you reach out to each week, maybe 4 of them are interested and you have to engage with them. And it's just constantly all day being on your phone to see if anyone wants to do that with you. And then let's say you have 4 people underneath you, you have to follow up with them. And you have to see if they also want to bring people underneath them. It just seems like a lot to me, a lot of being on your phone. And of course, like, yeah, you can do this all from home. But isn't the joy of being your own business owner is to have that free time when you're home? It seems like there's never really a free moment, you know? And I know they say, like, you know, when you're just sitting there watching a Netflix show, you should be inviting people. Like, if, you know, and they start to ingrain it in their minds, it seems, of if you have a free moment, you could have been using that time to invite people. And it's like you feel guilty. Like if you're sitting there watching a movie with your family, you feel guilty. You're like, I should be inviting people. I should be doing this. I should be posting on my Instagram story. Like it's this really like negative mindset of, they put it in you, is that if you're not inviting, you're not doing enough. All right, let's continue watching. That was a long rant, but I had to explain what the success tracker has on it.
It's too good for the tracker. And I was like, I'm doing the things on the tracker. I was telling my coach, I was telling people, I'm doing the things on the tracker. I'm doing the things on the tracker. And then when they said, show me your tracker, I didn't have it. Because in my head, I thought I was doing the things on the tracker every single day, but I didn't have the proof on paper that I was doing the things on the tracker. And when I actually started following the tracker, I realized how many gaps there were. I realized, like, yeah, I'm posting on stories every day, but like, I'm not doing a call to action, or I'm not doing, the one I struggle the most with stories is a healthy meal or meal prep. And it's because I literally eat so fast. I'm like always hangry. So I know that's a weak spot for me, but I noticed that the things that I wasn't consistent on for probably like.
And it's also different because it's also kind of like, I mean the way of like, you know, you really, and some people may be really excited to share their health journey. We see it all the time on social media, but it's like when you're doing it as a reason to get people to join you, and instead of like the product selling itself, and like you're excited to share this product, which apparently they are, but yet you're not allowed to show it, and you just tell them like, hey, I'm on this health and fitness journey, not, hey, I'm in Beachbody, you know, they've really helped me. And maybe some people say that, but because I've been reached out to by a Beachbody coach, and she just said, like, you know, she always seemed to be working on. She always seemed to be really happy and really positive, and she would reach out to me, and she made a personal connection with me. And I'm not saying she's not a sweet person. She is a sweet person. She just got sucked into this. But in my mind, realistically, but also was like, wow, this girl really cares about me. She really wants to help me. She just wants me to join and work out with her. And she never said anything ever about it costing money, because you have to sign up for Beachbody. Like, you have to sign for, well, you don't have to, but I mean, to have the workout programs, you know, which are all free on YouTube. I don't know why you would pay $160 for that. And then to get the discount, they say, well, if you just sign up as a coach, you get 25% off. You know, why wouldn't you do it?
Half of last year was call to actions, posting healthy meal prep, recognition. I was sucking at recognition and shout outs. And then I was honestly sucking at contributing to my challenge group. Like those were the things that I had gaps in when I actually started tracking. So now my goal every single day as a 2-time elite coach is to fill up the tracker every single day. So if that's my goal, then that should be your goal as well. And obviously there's some extra stuff that I do like here and there, but I can go to bed at night, and if I got the tracker done, I'm good. Like I know I did what I needed to do in order to drive my business forward. And I think you have to come up with those like non-negotiables that you're going to do no matter what, no matter how crazy your day is, that like no matter what, when your head hits that pillow every single night, you know that you did what you needed to do in order to drive your business forward. If you are someone that does follow the tracker and you're someone that does hit Success Club consistently, like maybe you're like a Success Club 6er or like 8 person, and you want to do more, 10x the tracker. Send more invites. Talk to more people. Post more consistently. It's honestly, I think we just overcomplicate this business so much, you guys. This business is so freaking simple. It's not easy. I think this business is so hard mentally because you can really get in your head with this business, but it is easy. As far as the work goes, it's simple. Like hard work is when I watch people in Arizona building houses in like 107-degree heat. Like that's hard work. Or watching my husband work the night shift at a jail in Orange County. Like that's hard work. What we do is not hard.
That's super manipulative. Like what we do is easy. Like if you find it hard, then that's on you and you're doing something wrong, because all we're doing is posting consistently, living every moment of our lives on our phone, reaching out to people all the time, all day long. She says it's mentally exhausting, and that can lead to physical exhaustion as well. Like working mentally is extremely exhausting. And like, just like I said, when I was reading that tracker to you guys, it was exhausting me, and I don't even do it. So then to apparently go even further in your business, you have to be on your phone even more, even double. Would you say 10 times that? Like, and I said that the tracker, rounds it to where you're working 3 hours a day. You go 10 times that, 30 hours a day. That doesn't even exist. You are supposed to have this luxury from working at home, but how is it a luxury if every moment of being at home isn't enjoyable?
And if you think coaching is so hard, then like it's just not going to work. Like what we do is simple, but you have to have the right mindset around it. And that's where like personal development comes into play, and like staying close to the fire, like getting on team calls like this, talking to people and like inspiring others, like sets my soul on fire. And like, that's what keeps me going every single day. So you have to be doing the tracker.
Wow. It is. If you find this business hard, then it's not for you, and you need to work on yourself. Any business is difficult. I mean, within reason. Like, yeah, what she was explaining, like someone building a house, of course, is going to be more physically exhausting than somebody who is sending hey girls on Instagram. But when you're constantly getting rejected all day long, which most of these girls probably are, that starts to get in your head, and you're like, but I'm doing everything that they said and I'm not seeing those results. And it's like, well, you're clearly, if you find it difficult, if this is too hard for you, then that's on you. It's like, it's not. You are doing everything you're supposed to be doing. You are working hard. Everything about this is hard work. It doesn't matter if you're out building a house or you're sending invites and working out and worrying about like, oh my God, did I post my meal prep today? If I didn't post my meal prep, then I didn't work hard enough. Like it's sad that they want you to work 7 days a week. There's people who work plenty of jobs who don't work 7 days a week. They get to hit that clock out button and they peace out and they are good. This doesn't give you a moment's break. You are supposed to be working all day long, every single day. To me, that sounds like hard work.
Number 2 is you have to talk to more people. When I first started coaching, like I said, I only had 500 followers on Instagram and I had some on Facebook, and I was that person, and don't be this person, don't be the was then, that was like, I'm not going to use Facebook. I was like, I'm from a small town that's 13 blocks wide, and my stepdad's the mayor by default because no one else ever wants to run. And I just don't really want to use Facebook. So I'm just going to grow my Instagram, which in a way, like, obviously it worked out, but I just think of all the people that I missed out because I didn't talk to my warm market right away. I actually remember coming across a girl who I thought would be an amazing coach. And I never, like, on my Facebook, I had against her in high school. I thought she would be so bomb. And I was scrolling through my Facebook and I saw her coach announcement post because she joined a different coach. And the coach that she joined was one of my friends. And I was like, dang it. Like, I missed out because I was too worried about what she would say if I sent her an invite. Like, you cannot make decisions for people.
You know what I find interesting about that is, I mean, yeah, you clear, like, she was able to be, you know, she was more upset that this girl wasn't under her downline and that she was under somebody else's. Why wasn't she excited that this girl gets to have that opportunity of using the products that they use? It has nothing to do with that. It's you have to invite, and it's just this constant thing of you need to have more people underneath you so you can be more successful. That's all it is. It's nothing to do with they put a nice little bow on it that it's like, it's to help people. It's to help people. We're helping people on their life journey. And it's like, yeah, but you're telling people they have to be, I mean, like, underneath you so that you rise up, because otherwise, if you don't have people underneath you, you're not successful. Which is sad.
You cannot say like, oh, like, she doesn't need this. She's already fit. Like, you don't know what she's struggling with. You don't know if she, like, wants to build a business or not. Like, you don't know. You have no idea. And when I first started coaching, no one told me like how many invites to send. So I just started sending messages to people. Like, my coach told me to invite, so I invited. And I think I started inviting like 35 people a day when I first started coaching. And they were all people that followed me. I've never, ever, 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 ever sent an invite to someone that doesn't follow me. So in the beginning,
because I haven't zoomed in on her, but the other girls in this Zoom call, it's just kind of weird to see is every time she says something, they write it down. They write it down in a notebook. It's like they want to follow her. Like, she's successful, so I have to do exactly what she does. If she sends 35 people a day, then I have to do that. And it's like, I said that, but like, 35 people a week sounded like a lot. 35 people a day that you have to follow up with constantly. That is where that is hard work and exhausting in so many ways. And also, like, the rejection that they without a doubt get, and that can get a lot of people down because it's like, why are so many people rejecting me? I thought this product was good. It's clearly me. I'm clearly not good at this. And then you go to someone like her and she's basically like, if people are rejecting you, then yeah, you're not working hard enough.
I had to work really hard at growing my following. And you guys, the only way that I have found, like, tried and true at growing your following is posting consistently to talk to your tribe and friends of friends of friends of friends. Like, I literally started to his Instagram, went to his followers, followed the girls that were following him. Then I went to their followers and I followed the girls that were following them. And then I went to their followers and I just did that over and over and over again. And I just found the other. And then, like, obviously, once you start, like, getting a little bit of traction, your posts start to show up on other people's stuff and people start to share your stuff, but it doesn't start out like that. And I just focused really hard on inviting and growing my following, inviting, growing my following, inviting, growing my following. And eventually, like, I've never ran out of people. And when I started with 500 people and a coach with about that or more says that they've ran out of people, like, there's no way. If they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, there's no freaking way that they've ran out of people, because I never ran out of people.
See, she blamed the coach. She's blaming the coach. She's blaming somebody underneath her. Like, hey, I've invited everybody on my friends list and none of them want to join. And she's like, well, invite more people. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I've never run out of people. I just add more friends of those friends. And it's like, some people are like, I've invited 500 people and all of them have said no to me. And the answer is to just ask more people. Like, I don't, it's like, what am I doing wrong where those 500 people don't want to join this? And it's like, instead of being like, oh, just keep trying, like maybe ask them again. It's like, we'll just invite different people.
And maybe that they need to grow their Instagram more. Maybe that's me. They need to go to Facebook and they need to talk to people on Facebook. But I never ran out of people. And once I started to get that traction, I started to invite 62 people a day. And you guys, I invited 62 people a day for like probably 9 months of my business. Every single day. I had notebooks, and the reason it was 62, I don't even think I have a notebook over here right now. But the reason it was 62 is because when you fold like a normal college ruled notebook in half like this, there are 31 lines on one side. And so I would number 1 through 31, and then I number 32 through 62. And when I was a full-time teacher, commuting an hour to hour and a half one way, coaching middle school basketball, planning a wedding, and trying to just like be a human in between the cracks that I could, I did not go to bed until 62 people were invited to my challenge group. And that's what I did for 9 months. And
62 people a day. And that's another thing with when you get invited to one of these and you feel special, you're not special. You're just a number in a notebook. You're just another person who just happened to be in a list randomly. They make it seem like special, like, hey, I saw you and you just seemed like someone who would really love this. Like, you just happened to be on someone's following list and they reached out to you. Like I said, when the girl, had messaged me, she had talked to me about like what I was doing, on a vacation and how my dog was doing. And she did personally engage with me, but I was just a number. I'm just going down the list. She did the whole, like, I have a limited group of girls who are going to do this challenge group with me, and I would love, you seem like someone who would really, like, fit in, and it's this, like, FOMO kind of thing, like, fear of missing out, of, like, oh, well, if I don't, like, she specifically chose me. No. You're just a number in a notebook.
I had a lot of people ask me, like, okay, well, how do you get over rejection? Like, I'm so worried about what other people are going to think, or I'm just, so many people are saying no, or these people are ghosting me. And I remember like stopping and listening to that question the first time it was asked, because I was probably like a 3-star then. And so it was still like the first 6 months of my business. And I was like, I don't really know the answer because I don't pay attention to the rejection. I'm talking, like, if you have time to worry about Sally ghosting you today, then you're not talking to enough people. And like and I'm saying like have conversations, send invites, like do all the things, have all of the conversations that you can. But if you are focusing on people that are saying no or the people that are ghosting you, then you're not talking to enough people. Like, you need to be so busy having conversations with people and showing up for your tribe that you don't even know, you don't even know who's saying no. And then
they get these girls who are super excited about the product and their own health and fitness journey and their idea of running their own business and having people under them, and then they keep getting rejected. It's hurtful. You're like, well, I believe in this product and I like this product. Why are so many people telling me no? If this product is so great, if I have been told this product is so amazing and that this journey is so amazing, why are so many people telling me no? Why am I getting rejected so much? And it's really, to them, it's like, well, it's on you. Like, well, you're not talking to enough people. It's your problem that you're upset about this. And it's so scummy and so manipulative, and it's just like, it's always on them. You're not talking to enough people. You're not doing the tracker. You're not doing this. You're not doing, I feel so bad. It's like for all these girls, and it's just like, it's so rare to make it in this business. And you either have to be a snake and a tiger and just constantly have no problem with, just ignoring the rejection, whatever, you'll get another one eventually. There's people who have actual, like, emotions, and they care, and they're upset when people tell them no. And especially now with how many people are in Beachbody, and how many people have probably gotten invites over the last however long Beachbody has been around, there's going to be so many more no's for people who are just coming in. And to say that it's basically their fault for caring about that is so sad.
Number 3 is, I just love, I said this in the beginning, is show up more consistently. I see so many coaches on my team, especially when they first start, they talk about their challenge group like on Monday, and then they don't talk about their challenge group the rest of the week. Or they put up a graphic that says, join my challenge group. Like, no one knows what the F that means. No one knows what a challenge group is. No one knows what a boot camp is. No one knows what a fit club is. Like, no one knows what that is, you guys. I don't think that we realize that. And I just found that the ways that I was getting people to say yes, more consistently, or getting more yeses, was I talked about my group every single day. And I had a call to action every single day. And I do this today. Whatever I'm enrolling to. So right now I'm talking about coaching. So I talk about coaching every day, and I have a call to action every day about coaching. And it's not a graphic. It's not something I made on Canva. It is my voice explaining what it is I have to offer. And you don't have to talk about the same thing. I really like kind of mapping out, if I'm talking about my boot camp, then like Monday, I'm going to talk about the workouts. Tuesday, I'm going to talk about the nutrition. I'm going to share my portion control containers. Wednesday, I'm going to talk about the accountability and do a little scroll through of my, my challenge tracker app. And Thursday, I'm going to talk about, this and that. So every day I'm highlighting a different part to my challenge group. And then after I'm done highlighting that, I'm doing a call to action. But I'm using my voice, and I'm explaining to people what it is I have to offer them and why it's going to be their perfect solution. Because this is how it benefited me. This is why, I always talk about, like, I didn't have time to go to the gym. Like, I was commuting. I had to leave the house by 6 a.m. and I got home at 6 p.m. Like, I was not about to go drive to 24-hour fitness and try to find freaking parking and then get to the gym and like figure out what I needed to do on the elliptical and then do 10 minutes of core. Like, I had done that and it didn't work. So what I like about our programs is that I can do them from home and they're guided. I know exactly what I need to do to maximize the amount of time that I have. I've gotten a better workout in 30 minutes than I did like in 2-a-days in varsity volleyball. So talking about those things and like relating to people and getting passionate about it. Like, I think that when you are truly passionate about what you have to offer and you love what you're doing, like, people can feel that. Like, don't fake it. Like, don't say that, you love that, you didn't like the gym, so you love that you can do these at home if you really did like the gym. Like, you have to talk about it as it relates to your story, because that's how you're going to find the people that relate to you and that want to sign up with you. And without just doing call to actions, like, I think there's this balance between, I don't want to just see call to actions on your page, and I don't want to just see lifestyle. Like, I want to see both, because you are more than just Beachbody. And that's something that I've kind of always been that way, but I feel like over the last 6 months, or actually it's been a lot longer than that, over the last like 8 or 9 months, I've developed more of a brand based around like my life and like the things. I'm more myself. That's how I can explain it the best. I'm more myself than I ever have been in my entire life over the last like 8 months. And I truly feel because of that, I'm finding the right people.
So I think what she means by that is that she has rebranded her life to basically incorporate Beachbody in every moment, but then she learned, if I take a break and I show that I am human, then people will start to be like, oh, I really like her. Like, she's more like me. Again, when you post like human things, people of course are going to gravitate towards that. It's like, oh, she's not just a Beachbody robot. But also, like, their biggest thing is that you are a product of the product. I don't know, if the product sells itself, which here's the thing about Beachbody that I find, or any MLM, they're the most scummy, disgusting things ever, because their main consumer is the coaches, is the people who are starting their own business. They don't have to promote the product is promoting itself via these people. They never have to pay for advertising unless it's like, you know, an ad on Facebook or Instagram. It's genius in that way, but it's so scummy. So scummy. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here just because she starts to go into kind of like some personal, like more deeply personal stuff that I don't feel comfortable, like, you know, putting that. If she put that out, that's great, but I don't feel comfortable having her share that on my channel. Really fast, I did want to speak on where she said, like, you know, I have coaches that just sign up and they talk about basically the programs that they follow, and she's like, nobody knows what that is. Like, she was like calling them stupid, like, oh, you just put a graphic. And it's like, what's wrong with that? If that's how they want to promote their business, and I like how I always just do this, because it's not really a business. You know, you are selling a product to people and then trying to hope that they're underneath you so that you get bonuses. That's what the business is. But if they want to promote the business however they want because they believe it to be theirs, let them do it that way. But of course it's like, no, this is how you do it. You have to sell yourself. You know, you can't just put up a stupid graphic. And it's just, I couldn't imagine like having a boss and them tell me that the way that I'm deciding to do it, they gave me no rules. They really gave me like no like real guidelines, and that basically the way that I started out was stupid and wrong. I could not. I would feel so upset and feel like, oh, I guess I'm doing it wrong. I guess that's why I'm failing, and it's always put on you. It's always put on the person, and it's just, oh God, I'm frustrated. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I know this was something different. I found this video and I just found it to be very manipulative and just, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way she kept, like, it's that classic MLM mentality of, like, it's not the product, it's you. And no, it's like people just don't want to join MLMs. And I think that the more anti-MLM videos are out there, hopefully the more people are aware that all these companies do the same thing. You may think that your MLM is different. No, they're all the same. It's getting people to join so that you can profit and get bonuses and get discounts and whatever it is for having people underneath you, and then it starts to look like a certain shape. But that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things anti-MLM in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!